There are a few surprises in the team selected for round one. Let's take a look. G'day everyone, welcome to Tigers of Old. The teams have dropped for Carlton versus Richmond. Thought we'd do a really quick video and just run through those teams and have a look how they line up. So our back six are Broad, Miller, Bolter, Short, Grill and Banks. So not too many surprises there. Would have liked to have seen Vlosten in there if he was fully fit, but if he's not, then that's fine. Let's rest him. I guess the surprises is more about who is not there than who is. Really glad that Grill got a game. He'll be really good down there. And interesting that Short and Banks are both named on halfback flanks. That will give us some run and some fairly solid ball use. So those three out of the back line should be fairly exciting. The midfield is McAuliffe and Ralph Smith on the wings with Lawler named in the middle. I think that's really good. Ralph Smith's probably a little bit of a surprise for me. I thought they might have gone with Sonsi based on what I'd seen in pre-season, but not to be the case. They've gone with what they knew, and last year Ralph Smith owned that when he was fit, and he gets first crack at it this year. The followers are Nankervis, Taranto and Jack Ross. No real surprise there. I think that's how we will line up in the middle for the first bounce, with Nankervis, Taranto, Ross and Layla all in the middle. Forward line, Armstrong, Lynch and Fall, Mansell, Rioli and Campbell. So a mix of three talls and three smalls, and all of those smalls are pressure and quick players. So I was a little surprised that we picked the three talls. When we have a look at the bench, we see Gray there as well. And also Gibcus there. We've got quite the mix of talls for this team. I'll talk about that in 2 seconds. The bench is Trezise, Gibcus, Hopper, Green and Gray, and a couple of surprises there. I'm surprised that Steely Green got a run ahead of a couple of the emergencies, and also that James Trezise got a run, and I don't mind that. Trezise with his left foot brings something different. He can also help out in the back line. So we've really got Trezise and Gibcus that can go down back and help, as can Gray at a pinch. Then we've got Hopper, who can help out in the midfield, and Steely Green, who will rotate through those small forwards. So it's fairly well balanced. It's probably a little slower than I would have liked, and probably a little taller. We've got really 4 tall backs and 4 tall forwards, with Gray helping out mainly in the ruck. But Carlton brought in 3 talls as well. They dropped Reedy and brought in O'Keefe. It's a like for like. He's 202 centimetres, and Gray will have to ruck against him. Then we've got Carroll, who is a tall forward, and Cowan, a tall defender. Surprised that they've picked Cooper Lord on the bench. He had about 350 possessions last week. And surprised they picked Zach Williams on the bench. I think there's some ducks and drakes going on there, and Carlton will line up slightly differently. We are taller than them. We look a little slower than them on paper, but this game's going to be won with ball movement and at the source. If we can match them around the ball and bring extreme pressure, something that we haven't shown pre-season, then we should be okay in this game. So pre-season was all about attack for us. That's really what we did. Ran the ball really hard through short kicking and through handballing. Moved the ball on at every opportunity, switched the ball to the other side at every opportunity, and looked to not kick the ball down the line as much. So if we do that tonight, that's all good. The problem with that is, in the 2 games we did play, and even in the match sim, we didn't do a lot of defending. So I'm looking forward to seeing how our attack balances with our defence last night. I think with Carlton, if you defend the stoppages and you defend their forwards really well and win the ball back, then they're not as good as stopping the opposition either, as we saw last week with Sydney, and we'll get our opportunity to have a crack at them. So what I'd really like to see us do tonight is to defend really well, and to take to them through the middle of the ground and move the ball quickly into our forward lines. And if we have a couple of forwards that can lead back up to the ball, then all good. Forecast is for 19 degrees today, about 14 degrees when the match is on. It should be dry, maybe a little greasy. There's the odd chance of a shower during the day, 0 to 4 mil. But it will be interesting to see just what the weather brings. But all in all, it looks like it's going to be fairly dry, not too windy. So really looking forward to watching the game tonight. Okay, just a quick one today, and we'll have a chat tomorrow after the Tigers have won. Go Tigers.